FIFA action on as far as the Football Association is concerned. Now, they've been banned days after FIFA banned the All India Football Federation, the AIFF. Now, the Supreme Court has dissolved that Committee of Administrators, the COA of the Indian football body. You might want to recall here that FIFA suspended AIFF for undue outside influence in its management. India also lost out on its right to host the Under-17 Women's World Cup later this year. Now, the day-to-day management of the Indian football body is going to be looked after by the AIFF General Secretary only until that the elections, the polling takes place. Amidst this, the question still arises, will AIFF's ban be lifted in time for India to host the Under-17 Women's World Cup? Let's pose that question to Sumanth Raman, sports commentator. He's joining us again on the show. Mr. Raman, always good to speak to you and good to have you back. Mr. Raman, the Supreme Court clearing the decks, as it were, for FIFA to revoke the ban on AIFF. The question still remains, will it happen in time for the Under-17 Women's World Cup? It's going to be the first FIFA event to take place in India if it takes place in the month of October this year. What's your sense? Will it happen in time?
Well, it's very, very difficult to say because for FIFA, logically, to revoke the ban and to continue, because all the arrangements have anyway been in progress for over a year now for this event, would be the logical step to do. Now, the point is the ban was not revoked, was not imposed in a hurry. They did take their time. They did give the AIFF an opportunity, and it's only then as a last resort that the ban actually came. So would they be hasty enough merely on the basis of a Supreme Court judgment which dissolves the Committee of Administrators, and which now the elections are due to be held on the 5th of September instead of the 28th of August? But I think that we'll really have to wait. But my guess is we would know the answer in the next couple of days. The AIFF will now have to communicate this, the order of the court, to FIFA, tell them that, quote unquote, the third party interference which happened is no longer valid, and the elections are going to be held 1 week later than what they were scheduled to be. And so can we please have the ban revoked? And then it's up to FIFA to take a call, because for FIFA also it's a big headache. They have to find an alternate venue at a short notice, get all the arrangements made. So it's not easy for FIFA either. Ideally, I'm sure that they would be positively inclined to revoke the suspension and allow the event to take place. But sure, we really will have to wait and see. Indian football is a colossal mess. It's been, there are too many issues which probably deserve a ban on AIFF, right, which has not been imposed over so many years.
So that's what I wanted to ask you, Mr. Raman. FIFA suspended the All India Football Federation because of undue influence from third parties. And it's going to be lifted once the Indian administration regains full control of AIFF's daily affairs. Now, the country has clearly faced a lot of embarrassment in a sport where we're still trying to get a firm foothold. In your opinion, do you think the government have been raised over a period of time? And these aren't the only concerns. You're saying it's a rip-royal mess. So have we done enough now to correct the mess, or is it too soon to tell that too?
No, I think the simple answer to that question is no. What we have done is we have done some firefighting of the immediate crisis. This is by no means a long-term solution for All India Football Federation, which is beset by factionalism, where politicians run riot. Throughout the last 30 years, effectively, there have been two people who've run the AIFF, Priyaranjan Das Munshi and then Praful Patel. So you can understand what a right royal mess the AIFF is in. But the point is, the government's prestige, in fact, when a FIFA event is scheduled to be held in India and then it's been not going to be held, and action is taken against the AIFF, it is an embarrassment at the end of the day for the country, especially because football is truly a massive global sport. So I think that the government has done enough to put out the immediate fire and hopefully get FIFA to revoke the ban. But has this solved the problems in the AIFF? Of course not. I mean, we are miles and miles away from solving the problems in the AIFF.
Yes.
And I think that would take a complete overhaul of the system
Yes.
to get it back into any kind of shape.
Well, that overhaul is going to be a long process, and whether or not it takes place, that remains to be seen, apart from the firefighting that's currently happening. Mr. Raman, thanks very much for your insight. Of course, former and current India footballers, including the legendary Baichung Bhutia and Sandesh Jhingan, have welcomed the move to grant ex-players voting rights in the AIFF elections following the Supreme Court's order. Now, whether that happens or not is also a big question in the running of AIFF. All of it is up in the air.